Hello and welcome back to the Children of Autumn YouTube channel, and we're here again with the infamous, wonderful brother of Julianne, Griffin Shea. And our question for you today, Griff, is what kind of advice would you give to a young child, so 6 or 7-year-old child, who was just finding out that their sibling has been diagnosed with autism?
Yeah, so it's an interesting question. For one, I definitely remember quite vividly what it was like when you and my dad came home from Edmonton and the diagnosis was autism, and I was about that age, I think 9 or 8 or 9.
Actually, you were older. You were a bit older. Jules was actually 7 when we got the full actual diagnosis. So you were about 10.
10, okay. So yeah, I remember that day very vividly, and for me, I almost felt guilty because you and my dad were obviously quite upset, but to me, there was no emotional change in that very day, because to me, it didn't really, a letter or a piece of paper about my sister didn't change how much I loved her, who I knew who she was. So that didn't really register for me till years later of what it actually meant. My advice to a sibling at that age is, number one, again, it's not like that won't change anything of who your sibling is. It won't change how much you love them, who they are. A piece of paper does not change that. Going forward, you will need to accept that your sibling will need more time from your parents and friends and more attention than you will need, just based on the tools that we have for this world versus the tools that your autistic sibling will have. Now, I would advise not to be worried about that. Don't be scared by that. It's actually probably, you should be thankful in a very large sense, because this will pose an extremely valuable learning experience for you in terms of independence. And if you embrace that, you'll be able to learn something that will provide you enormous opportunity going forward in terms of your own internal independence. So basically what I mean is, you'll learn through having a sibling with autism that you're going to find different ways to cope by yourself, find different ways to do things that you want to do for yourself rather than relying on other people to do them for you. But if you learn that at a young age, and if you're open to learning that, it's going to provide huge dividends in your life going forward, because you'll learn how to be independent so much faster and so much sooner than a lot of your peers, and you'll have a huge, enormous leg up on the rest of the world going forward. You can do anything you want to if you know deep in yourself that you can be very independent. So that's my few words of wisdom, but definitely don't be fearful. It doesn't change who your sibling is, and look at it as an opportunity. Don't look at it as a hindrance to your life.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we'll be talking with Griffin again soon. Take care.